Hello everyone, today I've got 20 tips and tricks that might help you survive Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. Early in the game, try to go somewhere that isn't very populated. The call of the best loot may sound appealing, but it's better to have less loot and still be alive later on in the game. If you land with 1 or 2 people nearby, grab a gun as soon as possible and hunt them down. You can then loot safely without them shooting you in the back later on. Although you might not need it, grab all the ammo you can. Preventing an enemy from being able to have ammo may well save your life. In your graphics settings, turn your foliage down to low. Most of the long grass will now disappear. You don't want to be at a disadvantage just for the sake of some pretty grass. Don't strip naked. There's always that guy. Just don't be that guy. You'll carry less and therefore are at a disadvantage. Pick up items using the inventory. It's faster than picking up stuff manually. Always check for your exits. You may need to leave in a hurry, so it's best that you know how to get out if you need to leave the area. With this in mind, parking your vehicle in a position to allow for a quick getaway will save you from dying most of the time. Just because you can see someone doesn't mean you should always shoot. If you think there's a chance that you won't kill them, let them go. Shooting may bring attention of someone else who was previously unaware of you. Don't worry, someone else will surely kill them in a few seconds anyway, and that will allow you to get the drop on them. Vehicles. Make use of these in the early game. Later on though, try not to use them as much. They are super loud and therefore are massive bullet magnets, but in a pinch they might still help you. The vehicles in this game are the boat, which is useful for crossing the islands as you don't need to use the bridges. The bridges are pretty much death traps, so you want to avoid them as much as possible, or you can set up ambushes there yourself. There's the Dacia, which is the blue car. It's fast and it can fit a whole squad in. They seem to run out of fuel quicker though. The UAZ, they can also fit a whole squad. They seem easier to survive in than other vehicles, possibly due to it being harder to see the player inside it. The buggy. I tend to avoid this if possible. It only fits 2 people, 2 very exposed people. Open doors. If you see one, be on high alert. Doors don't open themselves, so there's bound to be an enemy nearby. You can see which way the door has been opened from. If the door is coming outside, then the player was inside when they opened the door, and vice versa. So you might be able to see if the enemy is still inside the building. Speaking of doors, close them after you. Don't let your enemies know where you've been. You don't want them to track you down and shoot you in the back, but you do want them to waste their time looking through the building that you've already picked clean. Although sometimes you want a door open. You can sit up in another building and watch it from a distance. Some people are looking for a fight. Shoot them in the back from safety for being stupid. Mask your sound. Is there an artillery strike nearby? Good. Your enemies won't hear you run across the street and open a door. A vehicle is driving past? Also good. Most people will look towards it, allowing you to sneak round the back of them. Use free look often. Pressing the Alt key will allow you to look around without moving your character in that direction. There are countless times when this has saved me. Near the end of the game, take those painkillers and wash them down with energy drinks. You'll heal over time quickly and be able to move quicker. It may save you if you're ever caught outside the play area. When travelling as a duo, move tactically. Only move one person at a time while the other person covers from a distance. It may take longer, but there is a smaller chance that you'll die. Running out together just allows the enemy to take you and your friend out before you even know where they're shooting from. Firing modes. Mastering when to use the single and when to use the auto makes all the difference. If you're hiding behind a door, switch that baby to full auto and then hose them down as soon as they enter. See a guy a mile away down the road? Switch to a single shot and snipe them from safety. Check to see what armour your enemy is wearing. Say for example that they're wearing a level 3 helmet, shoot them in the chest. That helmet will be yours soon anyway, why damage it? That's all for now. If you'd like to hear more in the future, just let me know in the comments.
Good. Fuck me, this is mental. I might as well just go fucking full auto.
They're dead.
Ah, we did it!
Look at him! Look at him!
Fuck yes.
He's shaking.
That was so sick. Oh.